And away they go from the 1400 metre marker. Towards the inside, Destined for Dawn, one of the first out of the gates. Terra Incognitas with the blue blinkers. Calipan with the white noseband and orange runs up into third. Mighty Mississippi's perfectly placed at the rail. Bubka's on the outside of runners, then comes Indian Bay and Secret Success. Trinity Hall is along the inside, and then comes Gold Chest. At the back is KK No Knerds. They move towards the 700, Destined for Dawn, Terra Incognita second. Calipan has now found the rail third. On the inside of that, Royce Sailor, and then Secret Success. Mighty Mississippi's got 5 or 6 lengths to track down. Bubka's on the outside of runners. Then comes Indian Bay. Gold Chest is caught wide going around them. And further back in the runners, Darting Arrow and Trinity Hall. Turning into the home stretch, Destined for Dawn, the leader. Calipan, the first one to challenge. Then Royce Sailor. Mighty Mississippi, Secret Success is towards the outside. Destined for Dawn still goes. Calipan tries to close it down. Royce Sailor on the outside, Mighty Mississippi and Trinity Hall sneaking through down the inside. Destined for Dawn still leads it. On the outside, Royce Sailor. Down the inside, Trinity Hall becomes a runner. Destined for Dawn's looking for the line. Trinity Hall coming powerfully on the inside. Royce Sailor's on the outside, but it's Royce Sailor. Royce Sailor has won it. Trinity Hall second, Destined for Dawn and Mighty Mississippi. Number 5, Royce Sailor, the sail from Seattle. Alison Wright, Brandon Lorino. Roy Moodley, bred by Ascot Stud. 11th time at the track, and Royce Sailor puts it together today and ends up winning it. So it goes to number 5, Royce Sailor. Ends up the tote favourite at 270, number 5, Royce Sailor. Second, Trinity Hall. That is number 3. Number 3 pays up 420 the place, and then number 2, Destined for Dawn. Mighty Mississippi is number 1, and then came Darting Arrow. Calipan fades out further back in the run, Bubka, and they were followed by Gold Chest and Secret Success. We'll take a look at that head-on shortly. Destined for Dawn with a big lead, but starts to stagger outside the 200. Trinity Hall goes through at the rail down the inside. Royce Sailor now starts to run on well in the middle with the green sleeves and the orange cap. And down the inside, Trinity Hall comes to Destined for Dawn. And towards the outside, Royce Sailor. It gets quite tight on that inside running rail. But victory is for 5, Royce Sailor, which was the tote favourite until the running of race 4. Reminder, it's a pick 6 carryover. The estimate is 2.6 million. And the net carryover was 550,000 Rand. We're over 2.3 million. And note that next race, race number 4, we're on the poly, back to the studio.
Well, it's one on the board for the team of Kevin and Alison Wright, and it's the daughter of horse it is Royce Sailor that has come through, and that's the son of Sail from Seattle, and he's come through to win a very good race here under Brandon Lorino, who partnered him last time out, went second behind Golden Fort, and he's won a good race. He was poorly drawn, but he's certainly come through well for owner Roy Moodley. Let's get Alison Wright for the interview first before we chat to Brandon. Well done, Alison. And firstly, I mentioned in the preview that he must have certainly taken his last run well to have run him back this soon.
Yeah, DZ is a big horse, and he can handle it. And well done to Brandon. A great ride from that draw. It all just worked out, and he landed up on the rail. So well done to him. Thanks to Mr. Moodley and to Gordon and to the team at home.
Just having a look at the way you brought him on as well. He obviously was given that break back in January, and he was also in good form prior to this, so duly rewarded.
Yeah, Deez, we put him, he gives you the impression at home that he needs, 2-4 at least. He's got a big stride and that, and he was very disappointing. Everyone that worked him at home said he was such a nice horse, So well done to Kevin for bringing him back in distance, and it seems to have worked, And his first good run back, he actually got cut into, and it took forever to heal. So, yeah, I'm just glad that the good form has continued, and he's in the winner's box. So, yeah.
Talking about the good form, Penhaligon later on this afternoon. That was a very good run last time out.
Yeah, Deez, it was a very good run. Unfortunately, he's drawn out on the roads there, but he's well, and hoping for a nice run. He needs the luck in the running, and Yeah, he's a lovely little horse. He's almost the pet of the yard. So yeah, just hoping that he gives us a nice run. Well done to Ascot Stud that bred this horse, and thanks to Hollywood for their sponsorship.
Well, I don't see Roy or Gordon here today, so that's on behalf of the sponsors, Daily News, a 3-month subscription for the owners.
Yeah, thanks, and thanks to Daily News.
Well done, Alison Wright. Let's get Brandon Larina into the office. And Brandon, last time out, you were the horse that was finishing best of the rest.
Yeah, Deez, I think you noticed it more than anyone else. He finished the race off really strongly. Big well done to Kevin Al. Bringing back in trip. He's such a big horse. He looks like he was going to want the extra, but they took the chance and ran him over the 14 last time. And he was finishing best of them all, like you said, and today he finished the same.
You need luck from the draw, and you got that.
100%. He's always been quick out the gate, and he makes that luck for you. He jumps so quickly, and I had to ask him for a little bit of effort to get onto the rail, but it was quite easy to get out from the draw with his speed.
The big races is what you boys got your eye on the prize for on a day like this. But the balance of your rides, if you're on a touch of them, you like anything else coming up later on?
Yeah, I think it's well documented that Tingan Salute has a big chance in Daily News. We've got to keep our fingers crossed, obviously, for luck in running. But I'm sure Dunk's got him into a good space, and he'll be giving the best of his ability. And Rainy Wave later on also give it a chance. Her form's quite strong out of that Scarlet Lady at Scottsville, so just got to hope for the best. Pity the track's so loose. I would have preferred it a little bit more, a little more tackable, but that's not in our control.
Anton touched on it when I spoke to him in the interview, and I was actually going to ask you about that when it comes to the turf track. You've ridden on it. This was on the poly track. How's the turf track?
It's feeling very loose in some places. From a riding perspective, and it doesn't help you when you've got a good position. You've worked hard to get a good position, and you need to patch in, and you lose all your momentum. So it doesn't help with these big races today. But obviously we got to keep boxing on.
Well, safety is the issue, and we wish you guys all the best in the jockey room.
Thanks so much, Steve. Well done to Kevin Al again. Well done to my sponsors, Zorg Fleet, and also a big well done to Daily News and the rest of the sponsors for today.
Well done. Brandon Larina, the winning jockey in race number 3. And that is Roy Saylor for owner Roy Moodley. And I'll give you that full result there for the third race. 5, 3, 2, and 1. Coming up next is the big one. It is this pick 6 that we got a carryover in excess of R500,000, and that will be off at 15.55, which is 5 to 4. And I'm just told the estimate of 2.6 million. We're at 2,500,000 rand. So don't be left standing in the queue. Coming up next, the start of this afternoon's pick 6.